What does proper remediation look like? What's the process of fixing a house once you learn that mold's a problem there to everything's fixed and done? What's that process look like? It's more than just coming in and tearing out that mold. I cover this so many times with people that I finally wrote down to make this video. I'm also going to put it in text so that I can copy and paste it in your notes so that you can see what that process is. But this is what the process looks like, just to give you an idea. So when you're getting into this and you're like, I'm totally confused, which is what happens with most people. I had to learn everything the slow, hard way. I wish I had shortcuts like this. It would have made life a whole lot easier, but this is what the process looks like. So when you suspect mold, when you're wondering if mold could be creating the health problems in your home, you've probably seen from all my other videos, step number one is the ERMI. The ERMI, or ERMI Plus, to add in Fusarium and the other molds. The ERMI Plus is to determine could mold be a factor in my health issues in my home. As you already know, air testing, general air testing misses 95% plus of mold. Plate testing misses the worst molds. The ERMI and the ERMI Plus is what we need to find out if there's a problem. You get your ERMI results. If there's a problem there, or even if there's not, you can still have an inspection done to confirm. But when you see a problem, which is 99% of people, when we suspect there's a problem, it's backed up with the ERMI. Now you get qualified inspection done, okay? I'm just making a note here. I'm going through my list to make sure I don't miss anything on this. Okay, so now you get qualified inspectors in. Not someone that's just going to come do a general air test, a test outside your front door, one in the middle of your living room. I'm talking about experienced, knowledgeable inspectors that have all the tools, that will do some air testing, some cavity testing, some tape, some swab, your HVAC, your crawl space, your everything, okay? Proper inspectors. Now you have the option of a mold dog as well, and I love it when clients get mold dogs because they can very often find problems that mold inspectors missed. Hey, I'm not blaming the inspectors. It's just like you're hunting for the invisible, okay? So we've got ERMI, we've got inspection, we've got the optional mold dog, and then remediation. So if you had a good inspector, they would have provided you with a remediation plan. That remediation plan would say, okay, in the bathroom, the shower needs to come out. This wall needs removed. Well, there we go. This wall needs removed, floor to ceiling here, dishwasher leak, you need to cut a few feet in each direction here. It gives you all the details that you need, okay? So that is your remediation plan. Now you take that to remediation companies and price it out. Remember, the onus is on you to make sure the company does things right. Make sure you understand their process. Make sure there's no proper containment and negative air pressure and air scrubbers, and they do everything properly, because they can sometimes make things worse. So we have the ERMI, we have the inspection, we have mold dogs. Now you got your remediation done. Before remediation and containment all comes down, your original inspector, which is not related to the remediation company, comes back in to check that to make sure it's done. So post-remediation validation or verification, they're going to come into containment with the negative air machines, air scrubbers off for 2-3 days. They're going to test the air, make sure there's none of the problem molds still in the air. If any material was just treated in place and not removed, which can happen with walls and studs and bottom plates, right? They're going to tape test those to make sure there isn't residue behind, that as those materials were cleaned, they were cleaned well enough, okay? And then once that inspection passes, now your remediation team can come back in, clean up all their stuff, get it out safely, and the remediation and inspection is complete, okay? Now that remediation's done, this is the moment in time where you can get rid of any permeable items that may need to leave. Okay, by leave, I mean go in the garbage. Okay, so this is dictated by what mold you had. If you had Stachybotrys or Chaetomium or different really neurological affecting molds that are mycotoxins that are affecting someone in your home really badly. Okay, so if you have a child with PANS or PANDAS, or you have extreme neurological problems, these mycotoxins, especially from Chaetomium and Stachy, come out, and ochratoxin A is awful. There's a lot of the Fusarium mycotoxins, so many awful ones. But if you had high levels that were really affecting you or someone in your family, remember, this went into HVAC. This blew out in your bedrooms, in the office, in the kitchen, in the living room, in the den, in the family room. All these places have had this blowing ever since the mold problem started. So you fix the source of the mold, but now you have all the residual spores and spore fragments and mycotoxins and mycobacteria that have been blown around your house every day, 24/7. So those can continue to perpetuate the problem in someone who's very sick. So this is the time after remediation. You're now going to remove those. So you're going to throw out pillows and mattresses and rugs. And again, if you have very sick people. If you don't have very sick people, you just clean it really well. But for people who these leftover mycotoxins and spores and mycobacteria are going to perpetuate health problems, this is the slot to get rid of it. Okay, so you get rid of those items. Now you get your HVAC cleaned, because it's your HVAC that's been sucking these in every cold air return and blowing it through the complete system. Have your air handler inspected, have the coil checked, have the ducts all cleaned. Okay, so that's what you do next. And then you do your small particle cleaning. Small particle cleaning is when you clean your complete house top to bottom. It's an awful job, not because it's hard, but because it's time consuming. Literally from ceilings, walls, floors, furniture, everything is microfibered and cleaned. Now your house is back to a baseline. Okay, you got all the dust and all the associated mycotoxin spores, etc. out. And then after that, you have the option of a hot fog. I like that. Haven from BioBalance, I like that hot fog because it's just another insurance policy. You've got all this work done. You've cleaned everything from ceiling to floor. What about could still be floating in the air? Do a hot fog, and then you do a damp wipe after that on all horizontal surfaces, floors, countertops, etc., to collect whatever dropped down. Now your house is back to baseline. Now you're back to as clean as it can be. Now is when people will sometimes, now they'll buy all their new mattresses. Now they'll buy their new furniture if they had to. I'm not saying everybody has to. Now they replace all this. But consider this. Some people don't, because if remediation failed and they actually contaminated the space worse, which does happen sometimes, you don't want to flood your home with a lot of money's worth of new items. What some people will do is buy cheap mattresses or air mattresses or cheap furniture for the first 3 months. And then we wait from when your small particle cleaning finished, you wait at least 90 days plus for potential missed spores from potential sources that were missed, come back out, land on baseboard, okay? So you wait at least 3 months, you do your follow-up burning. You're checking all the baseboard that hasn't been cleaned since small particle cleaning. Don't let a cleaning crew come in and wipe those. Now you collect one more time on top of door trim, on top of window trim, and on top of baseboard in every single room of your house. And then if that comes back clear, now you can flood the house with all nice stuff again if you're going to replenish everything that was thrown out. Okay, I know that was a ton. This video has gone on a long time, but I needed to make this one because I break this down for people, find out where they are in this process and tell them what the next best step was, or tell them if they missed a step. Sharing that news sucks, okay? So I wanted to make this video, walks you through ERMI, inspection, mold dogs, remediation, PRV testing, remediation teardown, throw out permeable items, HVAC clean, small particle cleaning, optional fog, slowly put things back or put cheap things back till you get your updated ERMI to make sure everything's fine. I know it's a mouthful, it's big, it's a video. You can watch it again. If you need any help with any of these steps, have questions about this process, pharmacy.com/consult. I jump on Zoom and walk you through this process and what it looks like, because I know it's overwhelming. It's an awful process, but I hope this video helped. You can do it. You just need to know what the proper process is. Hope that helped.
Do you have questions about mold in your home or body? Book a consultation with Matt, aka the Mold Man, to guide your home and body to the next level of healing.